Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is more of a healing for safety or lacking safety during our childhood. And that's basically a continuation from yesterday based on what I saw in the wax here. And also, like all day, I was being shown and I felt it all day. It was kind of with me all day in different situations as well, of like how for our narcissistic parent, we were in the way. We should get out of the way. It's like make yourself scarce in a sense, right? So get out of the way, be out of the way, make yourself scarce or invisible. Just don't be a nuisance, don't be in the way, that kind of sense. And that caused a deep insecurity and like fear of the parents snapping at us. And yeah, just having to walk on eggshells around the parent that's supposed to make us feel safe, yet that's the parent that made us feel unsafe, right? So to break more of that, I actually felt like I needed to use the other wooden knife that I found, I think about almost 2 weeks ago at this point. And that's kind of like the pain, the hurt that they caused by kind of like stabbing us rather than like nurturing us, right? In a sense. Then let's get to this one. So what I saw here is, first of all, there's this head again. And when I looked at it earlier, the first thing that popped into my head was the devil. And then I was like, no, that's not it, because there's no horn or horns. And then I kind of just let it be. And later on, again, I came back and I'm like, at that point, I felt like it looked like a demon's head. And here's sort of a lighter colored spot that could be either a horn or an ear. Here, let me see if I can zoom in more. Can you see how like there's sort of a lighter color? And what I feel from here is like this big arm and hand trying to take our light. And on this side, there's a second head. So what suddenly, like what realization or knowing suddenly came to me was like two-faced people who are in the devil energy, meaning narcissists, who feel they have the right to take or steal, or who want to take or steal our light. They want to take our light. They want to take whatever's ours for themselves. And of course, that's a typical narcissistic thing to do, right? So we still need more healing in that regard, and that in combination with a toxic narcissistic parent who made us feel like we were in the way, we had to walk on eggshells, we had to stay out of the way as much as possible because we would get snapped at or yelled at or whatever, right? That's going to be the topic for today. And then also like what I saw here, this to me, let me see if I can show you. Yeah, well, maybe this looks better. So this to me looks like a moose head, and I've never worked with the energy of a moose, but with a buffalo, and I think it's quite similar because they have antlers, right? And here this also looks like a massive antler that is at the same time sort of that guy's arm with the hand. But, and that just came to me too. Cool, because it's like we are fighting back. That's what I was getting here. But I didn't realize until now that I'm filming this that the one antler is actually also us holding our own light. So it's like we're fighting back to keep our light, right? So the toxic narcissist wants to take our light, but we're fighting back to keep our light. Ah, see, I wasn't even fully aware of that last little part until I just started explaining it. And then I was like, oh, okay, got it. Thank you. So, it's just these knowings sort of come. And then I put a white feather here to represent the divine and our spirit team that is protecting us in the cradle here, right? To represent that childhood where we didn't feel safe, and now the divine and our spirit team is protecting us and keeping us safe. And in a moment I will put a new candle in here, and I'll also light this one, but I wanted to start out by explaining this. And it's funny too, because I pulled out a match, and this one has barely any of the, I think it's phosphorus, right? So it's almost like there's almost no chance of a real flame. So again, like trying to dim our light, or like to not have our light burn brightly. But with that, I will still light our element candle, and here you can see a whole bunch of dark stuff in this candle. And it's funny because nothing fell into this candle. All of this is just from the wick, and it looks like a whole bunch of like dark seeds. And it's funny because right now in the alleyway behind my building, someone is totally yelling. And I feel like that ties in perfectly, which is exactly the kind of stuff that we need to heal from. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, this kind of also looks a little bit like a tail. Like, could be like a devil's tail. All right, so let me light the candle. We're going to smudge, and then I'll call in our spirit team. But just that everybody's aware of what's going to happen during the ceremony, so that there are no surprises, unless at the last second I'm guided to slightly change something, but at least you got a rough idea. All right. Oh yeah, see. Ah. Oh. Okay, so that light almost went out there, but good enough. Okay, so let's light this. Excuse me. Okay, please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and any and all pain, hurt, pain, and suffering and trauma that is still stored within us, and flood us with massive amounts of healing light and unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine. And so it is. All my relations. All right. So let me put this candle in here. So we're going to replace this with a brand new healing. Usually I can squish it in, but this one doesn't quite want to. Let's see. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, that works. I squished the moose head a tiny bit. Okay, let's get started. Dear Creator, Higher Power, Source and Soul Energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, and Great Spirit of the Fire, and now I'm going to turn it the way I usually have it, and the other elements, air, earth, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, banishings, and protections with all of your powers. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. I feel like right away we need to start with this knife. So let the knife representing the toxic, hurtful, love, in quotation marks, of our narcissistic parent or parents or caregivers and close family members. Whoa. Yep, there's noise going on in the laneway. Oh, and it's funny, right? When I said, and close family members, and that definitely, I had my brother in mind when I was saying that. So let any and all toxic connections and toxic love, in quotation marks, from those family members that was hurting us, that was painful, that was damaging, and where they took stabs at us or backstabbed us, and tried to also cut out all the pure love that we had in our hearts. All of that shall now and forever be broken and banished from our lives, now and forever, throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi-and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And that shall be applied to body, mind, spirit, soul, energy field, in any and all karmic aspects, connections, debts, contracts, vows, and anything else that applies to us in this lifetime and moving forward, and that applies to our soul in any and all incarnations. And so it is. All my relations. With this ceremony, we shall now be fully and completely healed from this toxic narcissistic abuse that made us feel like we're in the way, that was a way of making us feel small and insignificant, where we felt, or we might have even felt shame. I think I might do another ceremony more on the toxic shame. I feel like there's more that needs to be done. But for today, I was really guided on like that whole feeling of being in the way. So let us fully and completely heal from that. Help us every step of the way. And depending on each of our situations, guide us to the right resources, possibly therapists, counselors, any self-help resources. Help us directly through dreams and other guidance, and through energetic healings, activations, and anything else that will help us fully and completely heal from this. Help us become strong, centered, and grounded within ourselves, and feel safe and secure within ourselves. And help us heal our inner child. Let all that trauma now be burnt away and transmuted into love and light, and reintegrated into source energy. And let us be flooded with massive amounts of healing light and unconditional love from the divine, with many, many blessings and protections, and an abundance of help, support, and any other abundance in all the areas where we've been lacking up until this point, especially when it comes to any kind of joy, resources, and anything else that those narcissists have taken from us. And let us be so strongly protected by the divine and our spirit guides. And so it is, all my relations. And so it is. Any harshness? See, I knew I had to pick up that knife, and that's when that came to me. Any harshness and harsh energies shall now be banished from our lives throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi-end universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And again, this shall be done to all aspects of us. It shall affect our body, mind, spirit, soul, energy field, our emotional body. I forgot that earlier. Please add that. And any and all karmic aspects. And so it is. All my relations. It is done. All our relations. Okay, please let the ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. All my relations, all our relations. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching and for working on your own healing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you lots of love and light, many blessings, and be well until next time. Thank you. Bye.